Greetings fellow Decepticons, Sandblaster 1987 here, beginning my Star Wars Transformers reviews with the Jango Fett Transformer from 2006. For those who don't know, this is a repaint and slight retool of the Boba Fett crossover Transformer figure that came out earlier because unfortunately a lot of the Jango Fett Slave 1 type stuff these days is often a repaint of Boba stuff instead of the other way around as it should be, since Jango is the original and Boba is a clone. But because Boba originates from the original trilogy movies in the 80s, and Jango wasn't introduced till 2002, obviously that's where the repaint situation came in. So, as you can see, this Transformers crossover figure turns into a faithful representation of Jango Fett Slave 1, slightly yellowed on my copy due to being a second-hand figure acquired from Articulation. As you can see, it comes with a teeny tiny little pilot figure of Jango as well, fully painted despite the small size. And despite such a small size, he does have a minor amount of articulation. Nothing at the head, but the arms are unified so they can move up and down like so. And the hips are unified as well so they can assume a seating position if he wants to steal somebody else's Transformers crossover Star Wars vehicle. For the features in Slave 1 mode, you've got the wings that can obviously do the rotating thing for flight mode, although you've got to be careful to grip it in such a way that the shoulder panels for transformation don't slide around. And because of a friction peg holding them in place, the tail guns can also move, although because they're supposed to come off to become hand weapons in robot mode, these are also going to be a little bit loose over time, so watch what you do with these. Then you can pop over the cockpit canopy like so, and Jango Fett can slide in like so. It doesn't do the, gravity powered self-correction thing that the Slave 1's larger toys and Thunderbird 1 and such like are able to do, sadly, but it does at least have Jango the right way up for in-flight poses like this. For size comparison in vehicle mode, here is the Slave 1 Jango Fett figure with a Lego Boba Fett, with Takara Legends Titan's Return Highbrow. As you can see, the Slave 1 is more compacted for the way it transforms. And with Revenge of the Fallen Deluxe Class Bludgeon, the repainted Movie 1 wreckage. Around about the same size actually, these two, because of the way that they compact up from their larger robot modes into their more compact vehicles. So, to begin transformation into mech mode, first, pop open the cockpit canopy and remove the Jango Fett minifigure. Then slide the seat forward and bring this panel backwards. Bring out the robot head like so, being sure not to drop the rangefinder because that does get lost sometimes. Tilt that up, bring the pilot seat back, like so. Put Jango back in the cockpit. Close up the canopy if you can. Then fold these panels around like so. Bring those in on themselves. And fold all of that inside the cockpit like so. Pegging it back into place. And securing Jango in position. Then bring up these green pieces around the edge of the wings, like so, on their slider mechanisms to become the shoulder panels. Then extend the wings to become the arms, like so, and bring those down. Being careful not to bring the shoulder connections down as you do so. Then come to the back, flip up the jetpack and peg it into position. Being careful not to press the spring-loaded missile button in the process. Once that's in place, then you can bring this piece back and rotate this piece down, being careful not to throw the rangefinder off. I'll reconnect that in a sec. I really need to consider gluing this back into place because it's definitely not got the friction to maintain its positioning anymore. Once you've done that, you want to pull to extend the knee joints, rotate the waist 180 degrees like so, remove the tail guns and connect them into the hands to be Jango's Westar 34 custom blaster pistols. And finally, flip out the feet and heel spurs and split the legs. And here we have Jango Fett's mech in robot mode. Some of the joints are a bit loose on my copy because it's second-hand and whatnot, but such is the case for a lot of these Star Wars Transformers crossover figures. As you can see, the trousers and armour of Jango's outfit are represented well with moulding and paint on the robot mode legs, hidden on the underside of the Slave 1's vehicle mode. And the jetpack on his back is well painted as well, and it does fire a spring-loaded missile, which I'm not going to demonstrate for fear of hurting my cameraman. So, for articulation in this mode, the neck is a little bit stiff on my copy, but it does rotate side to side. The rangefinder can be positioned over the visor for targeting purposes, but it will most likely fall off if you try it too often, so just leave the rangefinder the way it is or glue it in position. Then the shoulders have got somewhat restricted but still reasonable range of motion. In and out, forward and back and such like. Bicep swivel. Multiple jointed, so double jointed elbow for transformation. And an upward hinge of the wrist because of the way the transformation works. Waist swivel for transformation, plus not much of the hips unfortunately due to the way the kibble for the Slave 1 mode gets in the way, and you've not got much in the way of thigh swivel or knee bend either, again due to the transformation engineering. No ankle tilt either, although the toe does tilt upwards and such like for transformation. For those who don't know, Jango Fett's ultimate mode, the Slave 1, is actually a Firespray 31 class light patrol interceptor craft used for police work across the Star Wars galaxy. Only 5 were ever made, but in the PlayStation 2 Jango Fett Bounty Hunter game, Jango Fett and Zam Wessel, the shapeshifter that Jango killed with a poison dart in Attack of the Clones, they stole one of the Firespray 31 prototypes and then destroyed the hangar where the other 5 were being kept, because only 6 were made in existence. So, for size comparison in mech mode, and here we have the Star Wars crossover's Jango Fett mech figure with Titan's Return Deluxe Highbrow, the Takara Legends version, Revenge of the Fallen Bludgeon from the 2007 movie Wreckage mold, and Lego Boba Fett. So that more or less concludes my Jango Fett review. Congratulations again to Temuera Morrison for continuing with his Jango Fett / Boba Fett role in The Mandalorian Season 2 and Book of Boba Fett. I've been Sandblaster1987. Join me next time when I'll be reviewing Titan's Return Deluxe Highbrow, the Takara Legends release. Till then, till all are one, and may the Force be with you, always.